Hello there and welcome back. You're watching Colombo Night Race 2013 live and exclusively on Carlton Sports Network. Yes, it's going to be a restart. We had a very unfortunate incident at the beginning of the race. It's the SL-GT cars up to 3500cc. The two competitors who is going to be discontinuing, that's going to be Kaushal Samarasinghe and Janaka Tilakaratne. Very unfortunate. We saw the replays. And well, it's going to be a complete restart because the organizers had to immediately remove those cars and the debris, so therefore they had to take the time. The race was dismissed, and then again now it's going to be a restart. Just to give you an update on that, or a recoup on that, it's going to be Hishan Balmilla.
Thank you, Clifford. Clifford Sandan Karakarate SL-GT motor the Swansida Kau Kandin Targa Navatat Aramba Kirimutai Sudana Mani Abidaka Tamat Avasana the city Mak Tanakaran Dedek Motorata Ikinika Gati Manisa Vishima Kaushal Samar Singat Janaka Tilakaran that made Taragain Iwati Mutasuna Nisa Navatat Memataraga Alut Arambeak Sandha Yumuani Mebadakini Silum Motor Rata තමගේ පෙර ධාවන සීමාව කරා රැගෙන යන ආකාරය තරගය සඳහා යම් කිසි ආකාරයක බාධාවක් වුණා විනාඩි 10ක පමණ කාලයක් විශේෂයෙන්ම එම මෝටර රථ දෙක ධාවන පතෙන් ඉවත් කර ධාවනයට සුදුසු තත්ත්වය දක්වා මේ ධාවන පතය පරිවර්තනය කිරීමේ කාර්ය නිරත වුණා. විශේෂයෙන් ස්තුතිවන්ත වනවා සංවිධායකයින්ට ඉතාමත් සුළු කාලයක් තුළදී නැවතත් මෙම තරග ආරම්භ කිරීම සඳහා යොමු වීම පිළිබඳ මේ දකින්නේ ආශාන් සිල්වා अंक 57 मोटर राते तारकवादी में तारकी साहब फिलिपन बाला पर तो तबा गत है कि दाव के एवं बदिलान सिनिवरत्न दारिनवीर सिंह अभी दंगल अरविंद प्रेमदास मिस्क नवीन अनि प्रबल दावकीन में तारकी साहब संधा कुसिरिनवा में बदाकिने मोटर रात नवतत तमंगे ඊට පෙර දිනේ නැත්නම් ඊයේ දවසේදී සටහනු ආකාරයට පෙළගැසීමක් සිදු කරන ආකාරය මේ අංක 50 ජනක ඩයස් මේ තරගයේ සව්වේ උදාවනේ කරන්නේ සුබාරු වර්ගයේ මොටර රථයක් මේ අංක 50 ජනක ඩයස්.
Well, Janaka Dias heading from Canby, a Trinitian, and at the pole position it's Ashan Silva, and behind Janaka Dias it's Sebastian Indica Silva. So there you go, that's number 56, Sebastian. And, he's in the 4th position. So it's going to be a restart, completely a fresh start, and it's going to be an all-new event. And SL-GT cars up to 3500cc. Ashan Silva driving on Mitsubishi Evolution 3 2000cc car. And there's no second position. Third is Janaka Dias Subaru WRX 2000cc. And in the 4th position, that is Sebastian Silva Mitsubishi Lancer 2000cc. So it's going to be another important event, and it's one of the best events in this category. And well, it's Colombo Night Race 2013, and this is something that we've been looking forward to.
மீண்டும் ஏற்கனவே சிறு அசம்பாவிதத்தால் அந்த சிறு விபத்தினால் தடை செய்யப்பட்டிருந்த நிறுத்தப்பட்டிருந்த 3500cc கொள்ளளவு வேகம் கொண்ட கார் பந்தய போட்டி மீண்டும் ஆரம்பமாக இருக்கிறது. ஏற்கனவே பங்கு பெற்ற இருந்த 2 போட்டியாளர்கள் நீக்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்றார்கள். ஆகவே மீண்டும் அந்த போட்டியில் நாம் இணைந்து கொள்ள இருக்கின்றோம். 3500cc கொண்ட இந்த கார் பந்தய போட்டி இன்னும் சொற்ப வேளையிலே ஆரம்பமாக இருக்கிறது என்பதும் குறிப்பிடத்தக்கது.
Well, thank you, Jeffrey. We're about to start. Some concerns there, just need to clear it up. Okay, cool, we're about to go. Event number 5 coming up. Next is SL-GT cars up to 3500cc. Ashan Silva on the pole position. Janaka Dias behind him, and Sebastian Indica Silva. It's a restart. Let's wait and see. Well, also joining me here in the commentary box, it's going to be Farzan and Mahin Madhugalu.
Thank you, Clifford. I believe they have set off after the small mishap. We have Aravinda very well recovered. Aravinda tried to take Sebastian in for second place. We right now have Janaka, Ashan in the lead, Janaka with Sebastian in third.
Wow, it's a close start once again. Well, it seems like a very incidental event. Well, event, full action-packed event rather. It's 3500cc SL-GT. We've been talking about this event a lot. Big names, top drivers, experienced lads, mixing along with young and the inexperienced, but still, it's a good race to be in. But then again, you have to have all your experience and bring everything together and put it together and display your skills. So that is what requires at this event, and especially it's a triple M, like I said earlier. It's a man, mind and the mission. So how you control all that, that is how you can display your skills. And well, timing also comes into play, where you need to have, like Mahan said earlier, you have to have consistency in each lap. So that is what these drivers are fighting for. So from there onwards, well, the rest will we'll wait and see how is it going to go. Well, leading the race at the moment, it's Ashan Silva.
Followed by Janaka, and Sebastian is hotly contested for his position. We must give Sebastian a good shout out, because he is not a driver who runs every event. He drives a few events a year, and for him to be placed third in such a competitive lineup, it's one thing. Hats off to him. And he is keeping the competition behind him. He has just, Abid is now taken over third place and will be going after Janaka in second. Ashan Wiles is still in first in the lead.
As just mentioned, I think Ashan in the lead, followed by Janaka Dash. In fact, Janaka has become a bit of a street specialist. He won it last year, he won the Candy race. So Janaka Dash, he's been under training in England for rallying and dirt driving is concerned, also with the circuit racing. But Ashan, as you know, it makes it a habit to finish first in every race that takes part. But all credit to Janaka Dash, who's following him. He's not letting Ashan get away from him. In the meantime, I think Abid is closing, and we saw Abid yesterday. He was at good pace. I was surprised that he was way down on the starting grid, but I thought he would do well. But Abid is also good. We saw him in at Cuttleton a couple of months ago, and that's going to Rajapaksa in his Subaru, the newer model of the Subarus, the saloon virtually coupe type of Subarus that we see in the WRC this year. In the meantime, racing CNR, that's Ashan Silva in the lead. Rest of them coming through in the U-turn. There's no overtaking soon, as mentioned earlier. Down that backstretch, they're doing about almost maybe topping 200 kilometers per hour as they come down the stretch. Brake hard, change down, second gear, negotiate in second, keep the race in line, much as wide as possible. Just does far, but does no further from the sandbags, and that's exactly what Ashan is underneath Mountain Bridge. Past the Hilton Hotel, one of the most expensive hotels in Colombo today.
If you notice, Janaka is using up almost all roads, space on the road. He's trying to take the widest line possible to get him up to close enough to Ashan to attempt an.
But I think Ashan has moved away. Ashan has moved away a little bit, but then Janaka is not letting him get away, but nowhere close to challenging him. I mean, he'll just watch Ashan in front. In the meantime, I think Abid catching up with the leaders.
Yes, I believe he is catching up. So one thing I saw yesterday during qualifying was Abid's car was hands down one of the quickest looking, and from the times that we did unofficially, was looking very good. So I too was quite surprised when he was not in the top 5.
Exactly, I think it was sitting pretty well around those corners yesterday. So Abid Dangala in third place. Ashan Silva, you can see him working on the steering at the U-turn. Note again soon, that's Rohit Rajapaksa in the Subaru. 63. That's again down the stretch, Ashan Silva. Before he changes down. That's at least up the gearbox, third, fourth, maybe fifth, and then coming down the gearbox into the U-turn there. Down to about maybe 30-40 kilometers, a very slow corner. It really slows the cars down.
Like you said earlier, Ashan has increased the gap from Janaka, and the third place car, Abid Kangala, is also looking like he's falling back.
But I know, let's see, that's VRJW of tuned Subaru of Rohit Rajapaksa. You see on screen, back with the leader, Ashan Silva. He is looking very comfortable. Silva, Dias and Dangal.
With 6 more laps to go, we still have a chance of, seeing some form of an upset
Yes, definitely.
or a change. I see Sebastian Silva is still holding his position as well.
Like you mentioned earlier, the great of Sebastian, to be up there with those 3 podium finishes.
And something very interesting about Sebastian is he's run quite a few tarmac events, but he is known to never launch his car. At the start, he never actually launches very hard. He's even gone and told a few of the people who end up behind him that he won't launch, so if you have to go around.
But I think the launch is very important, and especially in the street circuit like this. Once you get 2 positions in front, no way that guy is going to get past you in a hurry unless you make a mistake. That's another very good driver. A famous Premadasa, Aravind Premadasa. We saw him winning many races years ago. I think he's got about 8-9 wins even when only where Fox is concerned.
And Super Fox a few times as well.
A couple of times. I think he's won it 8 or 9 times in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe the total wins is about 8 or 9. We're talking of Ashan. Ashan has also been winning many a gravel race, and of course Tarmax is an expert on tarmac.
And he also does travel abroad to take part in motorsport events.
He does.
Rallies and circuit races.
In fact, during the Malaysian Grand Prix, I think last year he did a couple of saloon races at Sepang. He's studying closely associated with Dilanta Malagomo in Malaysia. Dilanta is domiciled in Malaysia at the moment.
Incidentally, he is also running today.
Yeah, but he's at the back of the grid, I think.
I believe so, yes. He is
Because I
running
think
an
he's
evolution.
changed cars. Because we saw him in Evo 9 yesterday. The rules say that if you change cars, you cannot have the same grid position that you have at practice. If you change the car, then you have to go back on the grid. That's what the rules say. You can't change cars and run in the same slot that you get allocated. That too you need to apply to the stewards. If they decide to allow you to run another car, then you go back on the grid.
One thing we should mention here, I guess Colonel Mayaduna had a bit of a nasty spill yesterday, so he was not able to take part. But as you said he was all right.
Yes, who's that? Oh,
That is
I think
Shirendra Lawrence.
Shirendra Lawrence in that SFM stickered Subaru. Shirendra Lawrence, very good looking kind of sounding well yesterday. In fact. So Evo 3 up there in front with Ashan Silva.
We have just heard that Dilanta Malagamo has moved up and is currently running in 5th place. So we still have race leader Ashan Silva taking it away from Janaka Dias, increasing his lead and doing it.
Yes,
We
I
have-
think Abid Dangal close on the heels of Janaka Dias. We just saw those two Subaru, a glimpse of them back with the leader Ashan Silva. So Ashan Silva in the lead. He's just increasing his gap. He's just really in those laps in. Obviously wanted to complete the 10th. And
I believe Janaka has some competition from Abid, so he was probably defending his line, and in doing so might be losing some momentum trying to keep up with Ashan.
I don't know. I think we just saw those two cars. I think they're
Correct.
close to each other. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if the cameraman can get focus on number 2 and number 3. That's a far off shot of Ashan Silva going into the U-turn at the golf face end, the touch Samudra end. Once again, that's Aravind Premadasa. Excite sticker car.
we've just been told that Dilantha Malagamo has pulled out the low. So we have Ashan doing his smooth run as always, looking very good.
No, I think Ashan's, I think he's very consistent. This is what he just reels in those laps with just about maybe a quarter of a second, maybe not even less than that where each lap is concerned. So Ashan Silva is Janaka Das and Abhit Dangal. So
If you know, did you see from the aerial view? I saw both those cars 2 and 3. Yes, they are.
yes, they are close to each other. So Janaka Das under tremendous pressure from Abhit Dangal. And now let's see whether what happens for second and third. Let's tussle for second and third between Dangal and
So Mahen,
Janaka
you have quite a bit of experience racing. Where would you recommend, or where would you think would be the best place to attempt an overtake?
I would say coming into the touch corner, sell a dummy on the outside and try to get on the inside or maybe World Trade Center in the short burst. You cannot get too close enough to overtake. Best would be under braking into touch, no overtaking zone. Try to go left and then come inside maybe, and then come into the Il Fonte bridge into Hilton. That's where we saw a lot of overtaking be done yesterday at the trials. Unless, of course, the competitor in front of you makes a mistake in one of those corners. I mean, if you're on equal pace, I mean, it's not easy to overtake.
And I believe Ashan has caught up to the back of the grid, starting the local gate.
He's a back mark, obviously. The marshals will show him that blue flag, just showing him that the leader is behind him. You will overtake him. I'm sure he will see Ashan on his right. Yes, he's just gone off the racing line onto the left. That's a very correct thing to do. Keep away and let the leader through, because marshals would have shown the blue flag to him, or that the waved blue flag.
So we are on lap 8 now, 2 more laps. Ashan looking very comfortable where he is. I believe Abhit has
still
overtaken
Has he
Janaka.
overtaken Janaka?
Yes, he has.
Has he taken Janaka Das? Yeah, still cameras are on Ashan.
No, I stand corrected.
I saw
Janaka
glimpse of that blue Subaru. So the Subaru is in a bit of a Mitsubishi sandwich at the moment.
That battle has always been going on between the two brands, if I'm correct. Which is the one to go for?
Goes on all around the world.
The Evolution, I guess, in Sri Lanka would be the most popular.
Yes, I think the Subaru is the power band is less. Some people don't like the handling of the Subaru as much as the Evos, but then all depends on what type of driver you are.
And we have Rohit Rajapaksa. He has chosen to drive a Subaru STI-10, I believe.
Yes, a mean-looking machine. Looks very nice.
And I am told out of the Subarus, they do handle quite well. I've actually had the pleasure of driving one of these some time back. They do handle very well compared to the other ones.
The STI-10.
STI-10, yes.
But then it's, you see, go around and if you take the rally championship around the world, you find sometimes the Subaru, sometimes the Mitsubishi doing well.
Correct.
But of course, the Citroens and the Fords are dominating at the moment where the world rally scene is concerned.
Well, SL-GT cars up to 3500cc. It's the final lap. The race leader is Silva, Ashan Silva. Behind him, Janaka Dias and Dangala on number 61. Yes, that is going to be an exciting finish for Ashan Silva, who had a good pole position. Then again, well, who is that? That is Misaka Naveen. Misaka Naveen is stuck there, stranded. Well, I think he's going to be out of the race, but on the other hand, well, for a moment I thought it was Ashan Silva because it was the yellow car as well. But Hishan, it's going to be an exciting finish for Ashan Silva.
Clifford of Ashan Silva, Mentarage, Motor Sitter, Hodin, Davin Yeduna, Abidagno, Janaka Dias, Daddy Abuga, Abidanga looking at me, Avasan Tanagavati, Kriat Pagane, Ashan Silva, Tamangi Adipatya, May, Davanapati to the Taudurat, May Tanagi Sawe. Nakaraga Naka, Kamudak, Lemon SL-GT, Natuda Spansi Daka, Taragakandi, Taragai, Ubame, Sajiv, CSN Nalika, Narabane, Colombo Night Races 2013 තරගාවලියේ මේ තවත් සුවිශේෂී මෝඩ රථ තරගයක නිමාව සටහන් කරන්න සූදානම් වෙනවා. තරගවට 10කින් සමත් වර්ග වටේ මේ ඔබ දකින්නේ නවවන තරග වටය. නමුත් අවසන් තරග වටේදී ආශාන් සිල්වා ඉතාමත් පැහැදිලි ජයග්‍රහණයක් කරා යොමුන ආකාරයක් තමයි අපිට දක්න ලැබෙන්නේ. ඒක ජනක ඩයස් සහ අබිත් දංගල් අතර තිබූ ද්වන්ද සටන මේ වන විට ජනක ඩයස් තමන් නතු කරගෙන තිබෙනවා. ඒක දකින්නේ ආශාන් සිල්වා දහවන වටේට ප්‍රවිෂ්ඨ වන ආකාරය.
Yeah, it's the 10th and the final lap of the SL-GT 3500 cars. Well, basically, Ashan Silva, he started the race quite well. Then he had stiff competition from Janaka Dias, but however, now he's very much uncontested. The reason for that was Janaka was challenged by Abita there. Then Abita Dangal, however, Janaka managed to fend off Abita Dangal's competition, and now he's in a comfortable position in the second place, but still there's a massive gap between the first and the second. But on the other hand, Ashan Silva cruising through to victory, and that's probably the final stretch that he's heading towards. There's going to be the hairpin bend. He just lapped Rohit Rajapaksa, who is just behind him on a Subaru. Well, that's a hairpin bend, and it's going to be the final kilometer or so, 900 meters on that stretch, and then the Galadhari roundabout. Then you go towards the checkered flag. Well, there you go, Ashan Silva, the race leader and the champion, who's going to be the SL-GT cars 3500cc champion of Colombo Night Race. Ashan Silva, like Mahan said, he's making a habit of it. Every time he goes out racing and he walks out as the winner. Well, there you go, that's the checkered flag. Ashan Silva, the winner of the 3500cc SL-GT cars in Colombo Night Race 2013. Hishan?
අශාන් සිල්වා ජයග්‍රහණය ලබා ගන්නවා. මේ තරග විසව්වේ පසුගිය වසරේදීත් ඔහු මේ තරග විසව්වේ ජයග්‍රාහකයා බවට පරිවර්තනය වුණා. පිට දෙවන වතාවටත් Tamanගේ දස්කම් මැනවින් මේ කොළඹ නයිට් රේසස් තරගාවලිය පුරාවටම දක්වන්නට අශාන් සිල්වා සමත් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ජනක ඩයස්ට දෙවන ස්ථානයත් බොහෝ විට අබිත් දංගලට තුන්වන ස්ථානයත් බොහෝ විට ලැබෙමින් තිබෙනවා. අපිට තුන්වෙනි තරග ප්‍රතිඵල ඉන්නතෙක් අපි සිදු යුතුයි. නමුත් අශාන් සිල්වා මේ ඔබ දකින්නේ ජයග්‍රාහකයා 3500 දක්වා වූ තරග කාණ්ඩයේ SL-GT මෝටර තරග ඉසව්වේ ජයග්‍රාහකයා ආශාන් සිල්වා බවට පරිවර්තන වෙනවා. පිට දෙවන වතාවටත් ඒ වගේම ජනක ඩයස් දෙවන ස්ථානයටත් ඒ වගේම අබිත් දංගල තුන්වන ස්ථානයටත් පත් වෙමින් තමයි නිල නොවන වශයෙන් අපිට ප්‍රතිඵල සටහන් කරන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රිකට්.
Well, some big names in the race. Ashan Silva, Janaka Dias, along with Dilantha Malagamu, Aravinda Premadasa, Misaka Naveen, also Darin Veerasinghe, who chose not to race today for certain reason. We are not sure about it. Ishak Wahab, Ravi Mayadunna, Kaushal Samarasinghe, Shrindra Lawrence, Dilan Seneviratne, and P. Jayanthan. Well, Dilan Seneviratne, another contender. But then again, it was unfortunate for Janaka Tilakaratne and Kaushal Samarasinghe. Well, at the beginning, it was an incident. Well, there you go. The champion and the first runner-up.
තරගයේ සුවිශේෂී අවස්ථාව සඳහා අපි දැන් යොමු වන්නේ ආශාන් සිල්වා තරග ආරම්භයේ සිටම මේ තරග ඉසව්වේ ඉදිරියෙන් ධාවනයේ යෙදුණා. උට දැඩි අභියෝගයක් ජනක ඩයස් සහ අබිත් දංගල්ල වෙතින් තිබුණා. ප්‍රථම සහ දෙවන තරග වට නිමා වන විට නමුත් අවසන් තරග වට දක්වාදී අපි දැක්ක ආශාන් සිල්වා තමන්ගේ ආධිපත්‍යය මේ තරග ඉසව්වේ තවදුරටත් රඳවා ගැනීමෙන් SL-GT මෝටර රථ 3500 දක්වා වූ කාණ්ඩයේ ජයග්‍රාහකයා බවට පරිවර්තන වෙනවා. මේ තරගය දෙවන වතාවටත් ආරම්භ වුණා. විශේෂයෙන්ම අපි දැක්කා තරග ආරම්භයේදී සිදු මෝටර රථ හදිසි අනතුර වෙනුවෙන්. නමුත් අපි දැක්කා ආශාන් සිල්වා ජයග්‍රාහකයා බවට පරිවර්තන වෙනවා. මේ තරග ඉසව්වේ විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ තරග ඉසව්ව සඳහා ක්‍රිකට් සඳහන් කර ආකාරයට දැවන්ත නම් රසක් මේ තරගයට එක්ව සිටියා. නමුත් ඒ සියලු දෙනා අභිභාවමින් තමන්ගේ සුපුරුදු දක්ෂකම් දක්වන්නට ආශාන් සිල්වා සමත් වුණා. මේ තරග ඉසව්වේ ඔහු ජයග්‍රාහකයා බවට පරිවර්තනය වන්නේ කොළඹ නයිට් රේසස් තරගාවලියේ නැත්නම් දෙවන තරගයේ ඔහු පසුගිය වසරේ ජයග්‍රහණය බවට පරිවර්තන වුණා. නමුත් තුන්වන වතාවටත් ඔහු ජයග්‍රාහකයා බවට පරිවර්තනය වුණා මේ තරගයේදී.
Well, Colombo is looking very beautiful, yes. Well, those are the special moments. Well, there was one incident we saw, but that is Aravinda Premadasa. Well, Ishan Pires, and also number 57, that is Ashan Silva. But on the other hand, so who got tagged, that was Shivendra Lawrence, who is with the red and black stickers. But he is so courageous, managed to get back into that, and that is in fact Misaka Naveen, or number 87. No chance of getting back. Well, even though he had plenty of time, but then again, these cars are not that slow, so there we go. Well, those are the unofficial results. Ashan Silva in the first place, who started off the race at the pole position. Janaka Dias, Abid Dangal, Dilan Senivratna, Sebastian Indaka, Silva, Tharundu Lokuge, Aravinda Premadasa, and Shirendra Lawrence. Well, this is the final standings of the SL-GT cars up to 3500cc.
අපි තාවකාලික සමුගැනීමක් සටහන් කරනවා කොළඹ නයිට් රේස් 2013 තරගාවලියේ නැවතත් ඔබ හමුවේ බලාපොරොත්තු ඇතිව තාවකාලික සමුගැනීම සටහන් කරනවා. ඊළඟ තරග ඉසව්ව යතුරුපැලි තරග ඉසව්ව විවෘත 250cc තරග ඉසව්ව සමගින් හමුවේ බලාපොරොත්තු ඇතිව අපි තාවකාලික සමුගැනීමක් මෙසේ සටහන් කරනවා කොළඹ නයිට් රේස් 2013.